Hi, my name is Ian Gunn, and for my demonstration speech, I'm going to show you how to tackle properly and safely. And here's my audience. Thanks. Now, a lot of people ask how do you tackle properly and safely? Like a lot of people are concerned with their kids playing football these days because of all the neck injuries that are going on and all the head trauma that NFL players and college players are now going through after they played for so long. Well, if you learn how to tackle really properly and safely, then a lot of that can be avoided very easily. So I'm going to show you how to do it in quite a few steps, and I'm going to show you different ways to tackle, and we'll get it all over with quickly. So first way is if someone's coming at you directly, how to make contact properly and how to make sure you're avoiding head contact and how to make sure you're doing it safely. So the first thing you want to do is when someone's coming at you, you want to make sure you're in a good football position. So you're like this, and then when you see the carrier, let's say he's running this way, at you like this, you want to attack his outside shoulder. So you want to be like this. And as soon as you attack his outside shoulder, you want your head to be up. That's the most important thing. Make sure your head is up, and you're going to go directly at his shoulder where the ball is. Try to pop that ball loose with your head. And as soon as you make contact, you want to bring your arms through like this. And as soon as you do that, you bring your hips up, and then you drive, and then you bring down. So that's probably the most important thing. Now, if someone's coming at you directly, the way you want to attack him is if you can't go outside, you want to make sure you hit him head on, right in the chest. But you want your head to make sure your head's nice and level. So when they're coming at you, you hit them right here. You want to stand them up, and then you wait for help. When all your other teammates come over and bring them down the rest of the way. Now, there are other ways to tackle a person. Let's say they're running downfield, and you are the last saving help, your last help that you have, and they get past you. What you want to do is chase them down. If you know that you can catch them, you want to bring one arm over top of their shoulders, and then the other arm trying to rip for the ball to make a nice play on the ball. So you come over like this, bring, and as soon as you have them, you pull back as hard as you can, try to stop their momentum. And then if you can bring them down, you just bring them down like this, or you throw them out of bounds, or you bring them down that way. Now, one of the most dangerous ways to tackle somebody, but maybe most effective. Let's say there's a running back that gets the ball, and he's a lot bigger than you, and he's really hard to bring down by normal tackling. You might want to shoot the legs a little bit. So you coming through the line, and you see him coming. You want to, as soon as you are in a good enough distance to be able to shoot at him, as soon as he comes, you kind of want to shoot down at his legs, shoulder first, and you want to try to get up in the upper thigh area, down to like around maybe right here is where you want to hit him. And you want to hit him with your shoulder like this, and as soon as you make contact, you want to roll. And as soon as you roll, you hope to trip that person up and make them flip over top of you and land, or you'll be able to slow them up enough to where the rest of your team will be able to get there quick enough to tackle them. So, for the most part, those are the three major ways to tackle somebody. There are many other ways you'll find when you're playing the game that it'll be just instinct. But the number one thing you have to make sure you're in control of is make sure your head is always up, because as soon as you start tackling with your head down, a lot of coaches may not even want to play you because of how dangerous that can be. You can break your neck at any second of the game. Even with your head up, you can, but you're going to make sure you try to keep your head up at all times. And you're going to make sure you have good form. Make sure you're always in a good football position. You're not running head up. You're not running straight up and down. You're not running too low to where you can't see anything. And the third thing is you have to make sure you're mentally prepared to be able to go on the field and tackle somebody, because football is 50% physical, 50% mental. Actually, probably a lot more mental than it is physical. So you want to make sure you always have the mental toughness. Mental toughness is number one. And then the last thing is make sure you're always practicing. If you have a good technique and you have a good coach behind you, you can be able to accomplish anything on the football field. And that's my speech. Thank you.